All right, now we're recording. Weird fucking night. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the delay. We've been gone for quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And but we are back at our table. I have the dice. I took the tablecloth off, so it's a little bit louder.
Oh boy, it is a lot louder.
I screwed in a bow of ice on the table. Yeah. So, with that out of the way, Chris, go ahead, do the intro.
Welcome back to Gamma World, everyone. We're back. I think one thing we should mention of note is that, I don't know, obviously those of you listening to this part of the show know that we were kind of playing around
kids
in the middle of the show last game, and I found a set of interesting tables where we rolled up a disease.
Oh, we're going to talk about that on the other show.
Okay, we'll talk about it on the other show, but yes.
Yeah.
It's just...
We rolled up a disease and then I got
it. And then Nick probably got it, yes.
Yeah.
So
that was fun.
But welcome to Gamma World.
And then you got it.
I think I got it. It was similar. So it's probably
We're not rolling any more of those.
Well, let's do one more just for fun.
We're not diseases.
We get one that like our eyes bleed this time. Something it's way more
no
like
more diseases.
I want to make sure though that the table is magic. I think we have to test it one more time.
Yeah, maybe I threw that other D20 and maybe I should switch to the other D20. I'm going to switch.
But it seemed like we kind of laughed off those symptoms. Like they were nothing.
You laughed them off. I was in the hospital.
No. I meant when we rolled it, not when you were. Well, I was kind of giving you a hard time. I'm like, oh, did your tummy hurt?
Yeah.
But when we rolled it, we were like, oh, constipation.
I got the withering sickness.
Severe constipation.
Oh, God.
Holy
Severe.
Shit. Anyway. Yeah, that was.
It is not. I said in that episode, it's not the way you'd want to die.
Yeah,
it's not.
I feel you.
Yep.
All right. So welcome back to Game World, everyone. Where did we last leave our heroes? They had breached the gates of
a door.
Super Adventure Funland.
Right?
Well, hold on. We're going to get to the door. You went through the main gates of Super Adventure Funland, the dilapidated, deserted, and moderately looted fun park. After some adventures with the turbine generator, they were able to get the power back going to the park and bring parts of the park to life so that they could activate a door to get inside. As they were activating the door, they were attacked when they were attacked
while we were trying
by some of the defense robots for the facility who thought that the facility, it was after hours and that they had broken into the park and they were defending the park while our heroes tried to crack the code to get inside the internal door. The door finally slid over after a few rounds of combat with these droids, and they slipped inside and promptly closed the door behind them.
Yep.
And that's the long and the short of where we left off.
Okay. Yep. And I received 10 damage from those fuckers.
Yes. With the monofilament whippy arms.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So the three of you step inside and door shuts behind you, leaving you in complete darkness.
Okay, we're playing now?
Yeah. Leaving you...
I gotta get into character.
You have to let him... He's a method, people. You have to let him...
I have to relax.
Hold on. I'm going to turn the lights down.
Okay. I'm supposed to shake my arms out.
Okay. What are we going to do?
Well, she said start at your toes, and then I'm supposed to work my way up to my head. Mm-hmm. It's going to take a long time, though. Maybe.
Okay, I don't think we have this.
Much time.
I think we need to start earlier.
I should have done that before. I should have done that in the trailer before you guys came to get me.
Yes, in your trailer.
Yeah.
And then have your wife go, he's ready for you. And then they open the door.
Right.
They take your robe off.
Yeah.
They take the martini glass out of your hand.
I have Mr. Romeo. They say it in the mic. And then they walk me over.
Everyone be quiet. Mr. Romeo's coming on the set.
Right.
Shh.
Yeah. They have some other poor schmuck stand in and do the lighting.
Yep. Exactly. Yes.
That used to be me. I used to sit in the chair and they used to put lights on me and make believe I was the person.
Yeah. But he doesn't look. He doesn't make eye contact.
Because he's not going to sit there for that.
No.
I'm not going to sit there.
He gets up and he walks. No. He's not allowed to even look at you. Like, I mean, it's like you roll in and he walks out of the opposite frame. You're not even allowed to occupy the same space. Like
yeah. And then I just show.
Then you sit down.
Okay, I think I'm relaxed.
And then you do 45 minutes of dick and fart jokes.
No, then I stand there and hold the spit bucket. Do you ever hold the spit bucket? I hold the spit bucket for a Comcast commercial.
I didn't know there was a spit bucket.
Yeah, when they bite into food, they usually don't swallow it. You think Mark Wahlberg swallows food?
For a Comcast commercial? There's food?
Yeah, she was biting. A girl's biting into a snowball. You know those pink snowballs? And chewing it like, and I was right out of frame with a bucket.
That's vile. That's disgusting. Pink snowballs are disgusting before. We're doing the other show right now.
Sorry.
Show. So
go ahead.
All right, so the three of you step inside. The door slowly, not even slowly.
Time out. This is RPG related. I'm looking at the top of my character sheet.
Okay.
And I'm thinking back to when we first started this. Okay. And I'm Meecho Game, and there's all these things here. Did you know what my nationality is? What I put down for my nationality.
Okay. What did you put down for
Asian Italian?
Asian Italian. You're...
Asian Italian. Meecho Gaming.
Welcome to
go ahead.
The world.
Sorry, I just realized
one world
Asian
culture.
Italian. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. So I'm in the room.
So you step inside the room and the door closes behind you and it leaves you in complete darkness.
Okay.
And you can hear the sound of the door closing echo down the...
I reach for my flashlight and turn it on.
Okay. So you reach into your sack, and as you're reaching into your sack to grab your flashlight, you hear... like behind you. And...
Glume, you hungry or something?
And then you hear him rummaging around, and you reach in, you grab out your flashlight, and you turn it on.
Okay, it's on.
Okay, and the light cuts through the darkness, and you can see immediately that there's a set of stairs that kind of not even kind of, that wind down. We're doing this.
Please
again.
let's not do that again.
Fuck, I can't do it again. They wind down, and you see that the almost entire staircase is completely engulfed in some kind of spider webs or very thick, webby material. And you hear Glume stop rummaging through his bag, and all of a sudden you hear and like this loud crunching behind you.
Okay, I turn I point my flashlight in Glume's direction to see what the frick he's doing.
All right, so you shine the flashlight up to his face, and he's blinking his eyes, and you can see he's eating some kind of piece of fruit.
He's eating fruit.
Yes.
Glume, are you seriously eating right now?
I get hungry when I get nervous.
Well, I'm bleeding over here.
Okay. Well,
we just outran a bunch of robots thingies that tried to kill us.
Yeah.
We're in the dark, and you eat. What are you eating?
It's a fruit. I don't know. I found it on the tree.
You found it?
Yeah. It's okay.
Oh, it's growing off a tree?
Yeah.
You didn't grab it off the floor?
No, I didn't find it off the floor. It was in my bag.
Well, did you grab any for us?
Yeah, there's a couple here.
All right.
Do you want it now?
I don't think so. I mean,
I have a very high metabolism. I need to eat.
Is it safe? I mean, what is it?
Yeah, no. It's like a pear or something.
Oh, okay. Pears are good.
Okay. Let's
keep them in your bag, but
let's take a couple minutes.
Do we have bandages?
We can patch you up.
Okay, so I think in my kit I have 4 first aid kits. Could I use one?
Okay, let's use. Do you have first aid?
No. Could I give it to somebody? Anybody here know first aid? Because I'm not very good at first aid, guys.
It's been a while. Let me look at the characters. I don't know if somebody knows first aid or not.
Glume healed me the first time, but maybe Grace. Do you have anything in that fancy watch of yours that'll help me, stop bleeding over here?
I don't even see.
Those freaking things hurt, man. Those little whippy things.
Yeah, you got.
Am I the only one who got hit? You guys get hit?
I think you might have been the only. Hold on, let me see something here. I don't know if there is a.
I'm going to reduce my first aid kit from 4 to 3.
All right, treat injury. Okay.
So, actually, let me see. I actually might have treat injury.
If you have treat injury, you can treat injury yourself, or somebody else can treat.
No, I don't have treat injury.
So Grace grabs the kit out of your hand. She's like, "Oh, for Pete's sake!" And she opens it up and starts to treat you. And she heals.
Does she tend to me lovingly, like, or does
No,
she
there's nothing loving about it.
She's just like pissed off.
It's purposefully, and she heals 1 point of damage.
She heals 1 point?
Yes. It's short notice, but your wounds are clean and they won't become infected, and you are now at -9 instead of -10.
Okay.
So the whole time above you, as she's treating your wounds, you just see her Glume just crunching on
time out. Because I have +1 Constitution. Does that do anything for healing?
No, not right now. Long term, yes.
Okay, but so I used a whole first aid kit.
Yes.
And I only got 1 point off.
Yeah, but you'll heal twice as quick, and you got 1 initial point right now.
Okay.
And you don't have risk of infection.
Okay. I didn't know there was infection in role-playing games.
We can do as extensive as we like or we don't like.
That's pretty cool. All right, go ahead.
But we're going to go
I'm new. I need clarification.
Okay, that's fine. Are you happy with my answers?
No, I don't think I need to be happy with the answers. The answers
I would rather that you were. This is not a...
Well, no. I'm upset that I just burned the first aid kit for 1 point.
No, but you'll heal twice as fast long term.
Okay.
Good. It's a good thing.
I'm just wondering if I should have did it myself or I just leaving Grace.
I mean, if you had gotten a better roll, she could have healed you more, but you...
I have... So treat injury...
You would have to do treat injury at -4 as an unskilled check.
As I was going to ask exactly.
Yeah, so it would have been a 10 at -4.
So then I would roll a D10 and it would be
D20.
I roll a D20 and then subtract 4 from it. So what the hell did she roll?
Well, she had a +2 and she rolled a 8, so she got about a 10, which is 1d4. So she rolled 1 on a 1d4. So that was how much she was going to heal you.
So you roll a 20 to determine if you heal at all.
If you heal or not. If you roll a 1, you can actually hurt the person.
Wow.
That's a critical failure, which would be you actually sucked balls and you hurt the person.
Wow.
But their critical failure is a lot worse because it's a lot harder because you have to roll a 1, and then you have to roll I think you have to roll a 1 again to get a critical failure.
Okay.
Other than that, they'll just say it's a bad failure.
Okay. My
understanding, if there's anybody out here there who understands it better, D20, please let us know because that's my understanding of what I read. Same thing with the 20. A 20 is...
I got to read that thing.
You really should. Keep me honest, please.
I'm only kidding.
So the whole time, like I said, while she's healing you and bandaging you up, he's just loudly
ignoring me at the same time. He's eating a pear, and she's just like this freaking idiot, and she's just bandaged me up quickly and annoying at the whole time, and thus only healing me 1 point.
Yeah. She's being actually rough and firm.
She's being rough and firm.
Yeah. Okay. Cold.
Cool.
So, all right. So she stands up and then she pulls, she looks down with her eyes and you can hear very quiet whirring and she's looking down. She reaches into her pack and she pulls out something and pulls on it and it sparks into life like a red glow,
a flare,
and then drops it down. You can see it kind of
down the stairs,
lights some of the webbing on fire to kind of burn it out of the way.
Oh, okay.
You hear it all the way and clank down the bottom.
It's clanking downstairs, or is it? Okay.
Well, if she drops it down the middle, so it not kind of.
What do you mean the middle?
So the stairs wind like this, right? So you always have a middle.
It's a spiral staircase, it's like a spiral going straight down.
It's going down.
So she kind of tosses it down the spiral staircase.
Not kind of. She actually tosses it.
She tosses it down the spiral staircase,
right down the middle. So you can hear it, it sets all the webs on fire on the way down and then
it clunks down and lands. Okay. Do we still see the light? Is the staircase still illuminated or did it just roll all the way down to the bottom?
It landed at the bottom on a landing that's probably about 5 or 6 flights down.
6 flights down.
Yep.
Okay. So it rolled all the way through.
About the same distance it is that you climb down to get to the turbine on the outside.
Yeah, Grace. That was smart.
Thanks.
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks. Anyway,
you just freaking told anything that's down there that we're fucking here.
Well, look, we're going to have to deal with it anyway.
Yeah, we could have snuck up on them.
Yeah, or they could be afraid of it, and it could have scared them off.
We should have sent Glume.
I don't like sticky things. I don't like water.
Yeah, but Glume would have been there and back and told us everything about the place. Glume, are you done with the pear?
No, I'm almost done.
Okay. When you're done with the pear, can you... sneak ahead of us and scope it out?
Okay, sure.
I mean, we'll follow you. I think you should go first.
You want me to take the lead? Okay.
Yeah. You're quietest, and I think you have better vision than we do. Although, wait a minute, Grace, we didn't really talk much. I see you kind of techie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have techie vision? Do you have like night vision or anything like that?
Yeah, I can see in the dark in several spectrums.
You can in several spectrums.
Yeah.
Glume, what about you?
Well, I mean, my eyes are pretty good. I mean, I can't see in the dark.
All right, I'll forget about Glume. All right, Grace, never mind. You can go first.
Okay. Oh, well, that's
do
nice.
You, well,
really
do you
nice
mind going
you.
first?
They said chivalry was dead.
No, well, I mean, you're a little rough with the bandages. You could just go. I mean, I can't see. For me, I can go down there with a flashlight, or we could just go down there quietly, though that's kind of blown. Actually, threw
I think we started off on the wrong foot back there.
Torch down there.
Like way back there.
You know what? I'll go first.
Can we start over?
I'll go first. Just keep your eyes peeled.
I'll go down.
You go down. All right. I'll be right behind you.
Okay.
I pull out my vibro blade. I don't turn it on, though.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, look. What about the schematics? Do you know anything beyond that door, or you just knew how to get to that door?
Yeah, we want to go down to the ground floor. This access way goes all the way down to the ground, and down there there's a number of there's a storeroom, there's the main turbine engine room. There's a lot of opportunity for us to pull a lot of stuff out of there.
All right,
we just have to make sure that we don't pull anything that's going to shut down what's going to open this door, because obviously we can't.
Yeah, no, we need the power to get out.
Yes.
And we can't even, we'd be trapped because we can't even get to the turbine to turn it back on. I don't know if there's anything we could do about that. Maybe we'll find some batteries or something. But anyway, all right, go ahead. I'll follow you. Glume, you all right with that?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'll take up the lead. Or I'll take the rear, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, keep an eye behind us in case something. All right.
Yeah, no, I'm back here.
I'll be in the middle. We'll be a nice crap sandwich. Go ahead.
Okay. So he pulls his rifle off of his back and gets into position. She kneels down and she starts to quietly go down the steps. Not like super slowly, but cautiously, quietly down the steps. Every few steps you can hear the metal start to squeak, and it makes some noise on the way down.
Okay. So these are metal rusty steps.
Yeah, been around a while. And you guys go down the first 2 flights without any incident.
Okay. I look around and look at the walls and stuff. Do I see anything interesting?
Well, no. Right now,
because I have my. Do I have my flashlight on?
Yeah, you have your flashlight on. Yeah,
I never turned it off. Did I?
Nope, never did. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I turned it off, we'd fall down because the light from that torch is gone.
It's gone out by now.
Yeah. Okay. So
probably about the second flight down, the torch flickers out. But as you look down, you can see that there is another kind of red glow coming from down there.
Okay. All right. So I just keep going. Do I see anything on these walls? Nothing of interest?
No, I mean the webbing has burned away in the middle, so it's hanging off the walls and like sheets almost now at this point. Very thick webbing and looks very, very strong.
Doesn't look like the works of a regular spider.
No, too extensive.
Okay.
And you guys get to the third landing. Make a spot roll for me.
Oh.
What's your plus to spot?
3.
Okay. Let me see something here. Spot.
Okay, I rolled it onto the floor.
Yep. That's why I need a cup. We need a cup to roll dice into.
It was an 18 on the floor, but that doesn't count. All right. 7. 10.
10. Grace rolls an 11. All right. So you guys get down to the halfway between the third and the fourth landing, and you and Grace are still walking, and Glume kind of stops for a minute. He's like, "Do you guys hear
that?" I listen to see if I hear anything. Do I hear anything?
You listen and you don't hear anything from what you can hear.
Like Glume, I don't hear anything.
Grace is like, "I don't hear anything either. What are you hearing?" And Glume was like, it sounds like something. He goes, it sounds like, I can't describe what it sounds like. It sounds like something clacking along the walls. I can hear something like skidding along the walls. I don't, and I can't tell where it's coming from, but I can hear
it. I put my vibro blade away and I pull out my charge pistol.
Okay. He's like, okay.
And I check it and make sure it's loaded.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's just keep, everyone pull out their weapons, get ready in case something's going to jump out at us, because this webbing doesn't look right.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it's obvious. Grace reaches down on both of her legs and pulls off 2 batons off of her legs, off of like little holders on her legs.
Okay.
And continues to go down the stairs. You guys go down the 5th landing and the 6th landing, and you get to the ground floor, and you could see a main corridor leading off, and it's completely choked with webs.
Is it the only corridor?
It seems to be the only corridor, yes.
All right. Anybody else have a flashlight?
Okay, let me see.
Okay, Glume. Glume, hold my flashlight for me.
All right, so Glume takes the flashlight.
Okay, shine it towards the webs. I open up. I pull out I put my charge pistol away. I pull out my vibro blade.
Okay.
And I inch towards this webbing.
Okay.
Listening and looking.
Make another spot check with a +3.
15.
Okay. You start to hear something. It sounds like something is moving along something hard with something pointy. You could hear prickling along something hard is what you're kind of hearing. Is what it almost sounds like
like tapping.
Yeah, like a
this is a huge. It sounds like there's a huge spider. Glume, there's a huge fucking spider down here, I think.
He said, I think there's a lot of huge spiders down
here. Oh, fuck.
It sounds like a lot of them. And he's behind you, just looking around in every direction.
Grace, do you have infrared? Can you see past these webs?
No, she's like, hold on a second. She flicks up her computer on her wrist, and you can see some kind of graph with distances, and it starts to make this noise. And she's like, okay, yeah, I can see something moving. It's moving from all over the place.
Oh man. Okay.
I'm gonna give you one more thing.
God, I hate that clicking. The click, click.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's giving me.
And it's going in the background now. You can just hear it.
Yeah, and it's just clicking the whole time. So
and you hear,
oh, shit. All right. Okay. I'm looking around. I don't see any other entrances, any other doorways we can kind of dip into.
No, there's some emergency lighting down the hall. You can see red lights at intervals, as if it's like some kind of casualty lighting, But there's one in the stairwell, but it's kind of flickering too. So the things that are unnerving you the most is that this red light is intermittently flickering in the well where you are. You have your flashlight going, and you hear this clicking sound from her motion detector on her computer.
Wait, you said and this other red light that was down there, that we saw this little glow light going on, as if it was like maybe some emergency lighting.
Yeah,
that's flickering.
Yes.
Is it flickering, like going off and on, or like the flickering is like that things are going past it?
Not that things are going past it, more like it's malfunctioning or it's not 100% functioning correctly. I guess that would be the same definition as malfunctioning.
I put my gloves on.
Okay.
No,
I'm putting the gloves. Okay. What are you going to give the spider a cavity examination?
I don't have shit that blows up.
Yeah, you want to blow stuff up?
Yes, okay. I want some explosives right now.
All right,
but I don't have any. Anybody have explosives?
Grace is like, I have these, and she pulls like, it looks like a bunch of little balls out of one of her pouches.
All right, because if there's a swarm of these things, we're going to have to. I mean, we can't pick fights with them one-on-one at a time. We need to put some massive damage on these things that are out here.
Well, if we're going to do this, we got to do it quick because they're going to be on top of us shortly. So.
All right. Well, all right. So I'm going to cut this webbing. See what we see. Everybody keep an eye out.
Okay.
So I've been standing in front of this webbing this whole time with my sword in my hand, looking back at these people, completely ignoring the possible threat that's behind me.
Yes. Or above you.
Or above me, or anything. I'm just too busy arguing with them.
Yeah.
I slowly turn around and I tighten my grip and I take a swing at the webbing to try and get through it.
Okay. Well, you cut through the webbing to the main corridor really easily with your vibro blade. As you turn around, give me another spot check.
10.
Okay. So you see 4 of the biggest spiders you've ever seen coming down the stairwell from where you guys came. And basically
where we came?
Coming behind.
Oh my God, they were like above us like the whole time. That's fucking creepy.
Coming behind Glume, well,
oh my God, like we were walking inches from huge spiders.
Yes, he's completely oblivious.
Glume is oblivious?
Yeah. And they're coming, there's 4 of them
so
coming down
I'm
from
looking at
above him.
Glume.
Yep.
And behind him, I see these huge spiders.
From the shadows of that light that's blinking, you start to see these long legs start to descend down the staircase, and you can hear their...
Does Grace see this?
Let me see. Yes, she sees it.
I'm just picturing Glume standing there like completely like...
Yeah, like this big goofy guy with a
like
rifle.
wiping peril from his chin.
Yeah, like a goofy.
Glume?
Yeah? What do I have, pear on my face?
No,
Okay.
no. You should be calm.
Okay, I don't like the way that statement started.
I put my vibro blade away.
Okay. I'm going to give you one more movement, one more thing that you can do before we need to roll initiative.
Okay.
I don't want to take too much time. I mean, I love the cinematic aspects of it.
Okay.
I don't want to take too much time.
As I'm talking to him, as I'm saying this to him, I'm just putting my vibro blade away.
Okay.
And I'm reaching for my charge pistol.
Okay.
I need you to get down.
Okay.
And I raise my charge pistol up and I start shooting at spiders.
Okay. Let's roll initiative.
I have to roll initiative?
Yes.
They were just creeping down. I pulled out my gun and started shooting.
Okay. Well, I will give you. You
won't give me the first
I'll give
shot?
you the first shot. Yes, on the 4 spiders.
There's 4 of them. Or, you didn't even have to tell me how many there were yet.
Well, no, I told you there was 4. You could see.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I said there was. You said there were 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are 4 spiders.
So the one closest to Glume. I'm trying to make sure nothing jumps on Glume.
Okay. So roll an attack against a defense.
Oh, you don't have to tell me what it is. Okay, I'm just going to roll.
Okay.
Now,
right.
Again, this is I've been doing this wrong, I think, for a long time. So now I rolled a 17.
Yep.
What do I add to that?
So for firing, you add your firearms, which
my charge pistol attack bonus.
Yep,
that's 3.
Okay, but you should have a total because you're not proficient, so that's a -4, right? Let me see your sheet.
No, well, melee is 5 and ranged is 4.
Yes. So ranged is 4 because you have a dexterity of 13. That's a +1.
I have no idea how to use this sheet.
Oh, because you have but do you have a level 3 range skill, really? Because I didn't think you had ranged.
I'm -4 at my pistol for sure.
Yeah, so...
That's what we've been doing anyway.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious why you have a 4, because it would be a -4. Well, because you're +4, but you're -4. But how are you +4? You have +1 for ability, and then you have you have a +3 for your class. So yeah, you're +4, but you're -4 because you're not proficient. If you ever got firearm proficient, you would be at a +4. But so your class base for being a level 3 strong hero gives you a +3 all attacks, ranged and otherwise.
Okay.
+1 for your dexterity is a total of +4. But because you're not proficient with firearms, you're -4.
Okay.
So it's a push.
So it's a push. So it's 17.
Either way you hit, roll your damage.
Okay. And that's a 2d8. The freak of the 8s. Is this an 8? I still don't know what these dice look like.
8 is this one. Or...
So I need to roll 2 of these jammies.
Yep.
3.
Okay. You did not kill him. Okay.
Is Grace doing anything at this point? Or
well, we're all going to roll initiative because she was.
She didn't know what I was going to do.
Well, you heard come from behind you.
Okay.
Like a loud electrical crackling sound.
20 initiative.
Okay. That will do it. Grace is 17.
Actually, 21. So plus 1 initiative.
Meecho.
Yes,
Meecho.
very good.
Okay, I got it right the first time. Is a 20.
21.
Sorry, Grace is Grace is probably better than a 20. She rolled a 17, and her initiative bonus is a plus 1, so she is an 18. Glume is going to roll now. He rolls a 7, and his initiative bonus is a plus 5, so he's a plus 12. Glume is 12, and then I got to roll 4 spiders. This one is a 4. This one is a 15. This one is a 17. And this one is a 14. Okay. So it goes you, Grace, Spider 3, Spider 2, Spider 4, Glume, the fast hero, and then the last spider. Almost entirely last. All right, so what is your play? So you've already shot one of them, and he looks to be extremely injured. You hit him center mass with a shot that blasted out the back.
Okay, I'm going to shoot him again.
Okay.
19.
Oh my God, you're on fire tonight. Roll your damage.
Am I now? Oh, I don't do anything. It's melee.
Yeah, what's your critical hit for the charge pistol? It could be 19 and 20.
20.
Okay, so no. Okay, go ahead, roll.
4.
Oh yeah, you put another one in him, like right next to it, like center mass, and it just falls and crumples.
Does he splatter like a bug?
Yes, splatters and his guts drip down the wall.
Okay, cool.
Right. Grace.
I look at Grace and I wink.
She leaps up, and with her 2 electrically charged batons, attack one of the spiders, Spider 3, and miss with a 2 wildly, and hits with a 17 with the second one. And it sends an electric charge through the spider. Who needs to roll that? Who makes it, actually.
He's got what? Defense against the electrical
stun, yeah. And then he takes 1d6 damage. But it still crushes him and splatters him against the metal catwalk, and that one is dead.
Okay.
So the other spider is right above Glume and literally just drops down on top of him. You can see stuff dripping from its fangs. And it just,
is this the one that has the next move?
The one that has the next move, yeah. And it tries to drop on top of Glume. And Glume has looked up and has seen them now, finally.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes.
In terms of combat, because now you rolled initiative and we got who goes when.
Mm-hmm.
Is it proper gameplay to say, like, if I knew the spider that was going to go ahead of Glume and went after that one? Or is that not knowledge I have? You
don't have it because you acted a fraction of a second before he did. Because think about all these things that's happening.
So the initiative, yeah, I mean...
It's the order of things, but think about it of who's acting the fastest, who reacts the fastest initially.
Right.
And it's just the order that things happen in a very brief period of time.
So as a player, in terms of the rules of role-playing, you're not allowed to do that, obviously.
No, I mean, you can...
It feels like cheating.
You can always ask that question. Does one appear to be attacking whoever? You can always ask that question. And
then it's up to the GM at that point.
And it's discretion. But I mean, I think it would depend for me on how far down the initiative this person was. This spider is a 15 to your 21.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the fact that you rolled a 20, I might have given you a special dispensation because you rolled a 20, and like that's a critical. That's the best initiative.
So it's not complete taboo to bring it up.
No, I mean, I think you could say if my intent is to protect this one person, you could say. But if you aim for that one, remember. So this is where the map comes into play. So let's say you guys are in this catwalk. You know, you and Grace are probably here. He's here, and the spiders are all
behind him.
He's going to be the target of opportunity for all of them.
Right. No, but I know in this instance that he goes directly after that spider. If I kill that spider, then he goes next.
But you don't know that. Nick knows that, but you don't know that. And it's
Right,
actually
that's what I
unusual
meant.
for him to be the slowest person there.
Yeah,
he's a
the
fast hero. Yeah. That's
well, he's filled with pears.
Well, he's full of pears, and he's also oblivious. So he must be in some kind of food coma because he was just like,
really.
Not paying attention or whatever.
I thought he
and
had
also
special vision. He doesn't,
and also taking up the rear too, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So he killed.
He did hear them.
He heard them. Yes, a lot of good it did him. So this one's going to attack him. The only thing he has going for him is he's not exactly easy to hit. His defense is a 19. And this thing has a bonus of +4 to attack. So it it drops down and lands on the catwalk behind him, but misses him with its claws and fangs.
Okay.
That one is done.
So
Glume gets a shot, so he'll turn and take a shot with his needler at the spider. He rolls a 12. Okay, DC is only 11.
Yeah, and he's got bonus too, I'm sure.
Yep,
with that
plus
thing.
6, so he's 18. So he hits with the first shot for 2d6. Oh, and he hits with the second shot for 2d6. He
Whoa.
did maximum damage. I've never seen anything like that. I just rolled 4 6s in a row for damage. And just the spikes just impale this thing and it explodes through the backside of it onto the...
Cool.
Wow.
So we wiped out all these spiders.
No, you got one more.
Oh, okay.
So this one decides to shoot its web at... I'm going to go random so that we don't feel like... since it's going to go ranged attack. Well, I'm going to make... we're going to go you, Grace, Glume. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He rolls a 6. It's going after Glume, which makes the most sense. Ending to 19. He rolls a 6 and spits a web at it. And it just misses him and wraps around the rail next to him and flicks to the ground. And we go back around and it's your turn again.
Yeah, well, based on this map, I'm still not within range of my vibro blade, right?
No. You have your charge pistol in one hand.
I do have my charge pistol. So let me take another shot and I'm going to erase these 2 rounds from my ammo.
Okay.
Oh, before I sit here and erase, let me just do that. Oh my God, critical failure. I shoot Glume.
Roll one more time. All right. So luckily your gun didn't explode or whatever, but it you go to pull the trigger and it kind of jams, so you have to struggle with the slider, to pop the one round out to get the other one chambered again. And Grace makes another move on this guy. And she chucks one of her stun batons at it as hard as she can. And rolls a 19. What's the critical on this thing? Only 20. So I should roll 1d6. And hits him. It kind of bounces off of him and clatters off the wall and does 1 point of damage. And then it's Glume's turn and he takes a shot at it. And hits.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's got a massive bonus on that thing.
And hits. So fires a bunch more spikes at this thing and splatters it on the wall.
Okay, that thing's gone.
You're good.
Okay. Oof. That was creepy.
And nobody took any kind of damage.
Okay. So now we just hear click, 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 click. Do we see anything else on that?
It quieted down. You don't see any more motion on her motion detector.
One of the most creepiest things ever.
And I love referencing aliens.
That was one of the most... That fucking thing. I have nightmares about that.
Very suspenseful. So you're standing in this landing now, and there's you cannot see the end of this corridor.
I gotcha.
And there's just webs.
It's just too dark? Oh, it's webs.
It's long.
It's dark and full of
webs,
I guess,
yeah.
Right?
And like I said, at every so often you have a little red light. Some of them are working, some of them aren't. There's one here. This is the one that's blinking behind you. Just
I look around the room. Is there? I'm gonna look around the room with my. I pull my flashlight out. Keep my charge pistol in one hand. With my other hand, pull my flashlight out, and obviously I must have had this flashlight out the whole time, I guess, because we've been fighting in the dark a little bit, right?
Yep.
But now I start to scan the room with the flashlight that we're already standing in.
So you're scanning this room?
Yeah, I'm looking for anything of interest that I could use, whether it be a weapon, whether it be something that I could use as a torch.
Okay, so over here you see what looks to be I'm going to just give it to you. What looks to be some kind of little door in the wall.
There's a door in the wall.
Like a little door. It doesn't go all the way to the floor. It's about 3 feet off the floor, and it's only about a 2-foot door. About a 2-foot by 1-foot door.
That was a good drink.
It was very good. I'm enjoying mine still.
Wild Turkey 101.
Woo!
Old fashioned. Okay, so I go to the door and try and open it.
All right, so you pull open the door. It's completely coated in webs, and you pull it open. And inside is this red. It looks like it's cylindrical, and it has a cap on it and a hose like this.
A fire extinguisher?
Well, you don't really know what a fire extinguisher is.
Oh.
But yeah, it looks like a fire extinguisher.
Okay. That's weird. I still haven't grasped some parts of role playing.
Yeah,
because sometimes they're like I'm like he's describing something that I know, and then I guess okay. Any of you guys know what this is?
No, looks fun.
I pull it out. I pick it up.
Okay, so you pull it out. It's pretty heavy. It's got some weight to it.
I inspect it. Then actually, I don't remember. I am 9, and when I was 9 when I was taken, so I might have some reading skills.
Okay,
but probably not a lot. Anybody know how to read this? Again, any words that I could pick out? Like, can I recognize?
Well, you see some basic words. One is CO, and then the number 2.
Okay.
And then there's a tag on it that says 2038. February 2038.
Okay.
2/2038, and it looks to be CO2. Whatever that means.
Guys, there's a tag on here. It looks like the date of like a long time ago, but and it also says CO2. Is anyone know what CO2 is?
Grace goes into her computer. She starts typing. She's like, "Well, it could be some kind of fire suppression. Apparently, they used to use this to put out fires by suppressing the heat with carbon dioxide. Something 1 part carbon, 2 parts oxygen to smother fires. I think.
Well, it's a little heavy, but let's drag it through this corridor just in case of a fire. Okay. I don't know how to operate this thing, though. It looks like there's a handle.
Yeah, there's a handle at the
top. But there's this pin in the way.
There's a tag, yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe you pull the pin and squeeze it.
Make an intelligence roll to determine that.
I have no bonuses on.
So roll straight up with a 15.
10.
All right, so yeah, you would say there's some kind of mechanical handle that squeezes, and that you pull this pin, and it would allow you to squeeze this handle. There's a horn. Ideally, based on this information, you say this is a fire extinguisher, and that's how you would point the horn at the fire, and you would...
Okay. I'm going to carry this. I just... I keep it in my left hand and my charge pistol in my right. And... Oh, actually, no. Anyone want to carry this? Because I need to... Anyone have something to cut through these webs?
Well...
I put my charge pistol away. You guys are no fucking help at all.
Right,
I just put my charge pistol away, and I grab my vibroblade, I take it out, I don't turn it on, and I just start slicing through webs very, deliberately, but I'll take a swipe, and I'll stop and listen.
Okay. So you start to step down this corridor, nice, slicing the vibroblade just very cleanly, slicing through the webs, and they're falling to the ground. And behind you can hear Grace with a... Glume is just behind you, and he's, at this point, very paranoid. He's looking in every direction because he's been snuck up on by these 4 spiders, even though you guys very quickly and easily dispatch them. And you approach the first... There's a first of what appears to be 2 doors that you can see in your sight down this corridor. It's on your left.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even make sense because that I'm holding this fire extinguisher. Let's just say I put it in my backpack.
Okay.
Because there's no way I have a flashlight out and a vibro blade and I'm holding a fire extinguisher.
No, there's almost no way.
So, I see a door to the left, you said?
Yes, to your left, right here.
Grace.
Yeah.
What's this room?
This looks like... This is a storeroom.
You actually look at your watch every time.
Yes. Well, she's looking at her watch.
I know she's looking at her watch, but why are you looking at your watch?
I'm looking at my watch, too, because it's an Apple Watch.
I know.
It's almost as cool as her watch, except for it doesn't have a motion
I got a
detector.
G-Shock. If I press this button, it lights up.
Yeah, we'll see if I have an Apple Watch at the end of T-ball season.
Mine still is, I haven't even put the daylight savings time on it yet.
That's weird.
Yeah,
so,
I'm an hour behind. It doesn't do it itself. Yours does it itself. I have to physically make the adjustment.
Yeah, I'm lazy. So she says, this is a storeroom. There might be some things in here that we can grab. We should probably pop this one open.
Let's check it open. Let's check it out.
All right.
Okay,
so she's like, do me a favor. Clear a little bit further down the hallway and guard there, and I'm going to pop this door. And she pulls a few cables out of her watch and plugs them into the doorway, and she starts to flick her fingers along a keypad.
Okay. Did we bring a bottle opener?
I always have a bottle opener.
You have a bottle opener. What?
That was the sound of my face rubbing against a microphone.
I didn't even hear it.
I did. I heard like every whisker going.
Oh, you did? Scratching across it? Thank you.
Mazel tov.
Okay. So I'm guarding while Grace kind of plugs into this thing, R2-D2 style.
So she... Ooh. Okay. And she's cracking into this door as you stand there. You can still hear the...
Okay.
She must have put that app, like she swiped that to the background. Yeah, to the background.
Well, I don't know what's going on. I'm off to the side.
Yeah. And Glume is back here behind you guys. He's covering you, but he's also looking over his shoulders and kind of looking behind him at the same time, because now you guys are going deeper and deeper into this area.
So now I guess Grace has her own flashlight. Is how she's seeing this stuff?
Well, she can see with
her eyes.
Typically pretty well in the dark.
Does he have a flashlight out or something at this point?
Well, he reaches onto his gun and he flicks a switch and there's a light.
So he's got a light coming off his gun. So now, does he see me? Because I want to give him the eyes, like kind of like give him the...
So yeah, he's sweeping. He keeps looking at you like for guidance.
Right. So now I'm just kind of giving him the eyes, like keep an eye on her, like that she doesn't go in there and steal some stuff.
Okay. And after a couple minutes, the door goes and pops open, like electrically. Like you hear something snap, and the door swings open, and she's like, "Okay, let's go in." Or what are we going to do here? Do you want somebody to stay outside? Is somebody going inside? How are we doing this?
I don't know. I don't know. Let's go inside. Glume, you want to watch the door?
You want to leave me out here by myself?
Well, then let's just all go in and close the door behind us.
All right. So you guys all just sweep into this storage room and close the door behind you.
A bunch of freaking misfits.
I know. I love it. So, and it's a pretty standard storeroom. It shoots back, maybe 20, 30 feet, and there's shelves along the way. There's a middle shelf, and it goes along each wall. And in these containers, you see all kinds of boxes of different things.
Cool. All right, let's start. Is the doors closed behind us?
No, I mean it's popped open. I mean,
is it one of those?
It's a pretty...
Can we close it without worrying that we're trapped inside?
No, you could close it. I mean...
So let's close it.
Okay, so you close it.
Okay, so we close it, and all right, let's ransack this place.
All right, so you start going through and pulling. There's lots of circuit boards and pieces of hardware. Then you pull another box out. It's just weird, like grommets and O-rings and things like that. But you find a couple of good boxes of some circuit boards and some things that look pretty high tech, and you shove them into your bag, and everybody take turns shoving them into the bag.
So we're shoving circuit boards into our bag?
Yeah, things that look...
Do I see any weapons or anything I could put on fire?
It's not that kind
I want fire.
You want something to put on fire?
Yes, I'm looking for explosives.
Okay, there's nothing weaponized. It's a theme park. Yeah,
it's a theme.
Yeah, it's not not here immediately.
Okay, so all right, so we're grabbing circuit boards and shoving them in our bags. All right.
Okay.
So we're done.
Yeah, so you go through it and you grab some decent stuff. It's a handful of things, though, maybe 5 or 6 things that look really good.
Okay.
And Grace is continually going, yeah, grab that. No, don't grab. Leave that. That's junk. Grab that. Yes. And she's kind of guiding you through what to grab.
Okay. So
and it pretty much plays out like this. Should I get this? And she's like, yes, put that in the bag, and you're throwing it into your satchel.
All right.
Sorry.
Let's go.
Actually, you know what to do?
Let's keep going.
All right. So you've kind of finished, and by the time you guys are done, it looks like the entire storeroom is kind of tossed. The boxes are on the floor. It's a total fucking mess. And
now it's bourbon stout.
Yeah, awesome. We just made our own bourbon stout. Amazing. And you step on a bunch of boxes and you're kind of tripping over them. Not even kind of. You actually are.
We're actually tripping over the boxes. Okay.
And you go back to the door and she's like, all right, are you ready to go back out again? And she's holding one baton in her hand and she's got one hand on the doorknob.
And I have my vibro blade out and my flashlight in my other hand.
Okay. And you can hear the...
Okay. So I just turn to Grace because she's the one with this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Grace, it's clear?
It's clear. We'll hear if it's not clear.
Oh, we will?
Yep. We'll all hear.
Okay. So, let's go. So but knowing that's clear, I just open up the door and just stroll out. Like I own the place.
All right. So you stroll out, kind of half walk into a web and you get it on your face and you're like, but and then you turn and swipe it off with your sword and you're good to go. And she's behind you. Glume rolls out and looks behind you guys immediately. He's looking up and his flashlight is kind of shining everywhere so he can see what's going on. And you're looking down the hallway to your left and you see another door on your left, another door on your right, and then down at the end you can see what looks like to be a bigger door.
All right.
As you're getting this way, you can start to hear more noise. Something making a lot of noise.
Grace? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. These doors in this corridor, these are like just what, storerooms?
Mostly storerooms. That last room is a mechanical room. There's got to be good stuff in there that we can grab. There's some kind of water treatment. There's the main hydraulics. There's the generator for the hydro propulsion. Not hydro propulsion, but the hydro generation. The water power for the site. So that's got to be where the good stuff is down there.
Okay, so, all right, I guess let's just hit these storage rooms, being that we're here, and just get whatever we can before we hit that room. So, I head towards the other room. Let's hit that other door.
This one here?
The next door down the hallway.
All right, so you guys work your way down, and you get to this door, and she you guys go through the same routine. You stand here, Glume stands here, she kneels down, she starts hooking her wires up, and she tries to open the door, which she does on the first try, and it pops and opens up.
Okay, same routine. Let's just all go in and close the door behind us.
All right, so you guys all go into a room that's a lot smaller, and the door closes. So there's like 3 of you now inside this space that you all rushed into. Like, I don't want to be the one out there with the spiders. Close the door, and you're all uncomfortably on top of each other in what looks to be a little closet. There's a little, what looks to be a sink, dripping water. There's a bucket with a mop in it, and then there's some kind of cabinet over here.
Okay, I open the cabinet.
All right. Inside the cabinet, you see several bottles of something, different colored liquids. Actually, there's nothing in it because it's probably all dried up by now. Rags. You see like a broom. You know, like a stick with a bunch of. I should be describing this better because you really wouldn't.
Grace, there's nothing in here. It doesn't.
No, she's like this. Yeah, this is a broom closet.
All right. So let's get out of here.
Okay. So you guys walk out of there, and
let's go to the next door.
Okay. So you guys slip out of that door into the next door, and there's one more door before this much larger door here.
So now I'm holding guard like I did the last time.
Yes.
Grace is working on that door. Do I hear anything other than like this mechanical hydraulic
kind of a
generator?
It's kind of like a droning noise.
Yeah, I'm hearing a generator of some sort.
Roll spot check with the DC. Well, you roll spot check.
13.
All right. No, you don't hear anything.
Okay.
Nobody ever likes to.
And Glume just doesn't fucking even try and listen for anything.
Glume is always listening, but he doesn't.
Isn't hear anything either.
Well, I mean, is there something to hear? You don't even know. You're hearing for things, and maybe there's nothing to hear. You want Glume to hear?
We need another player because you're stacking the deck.
I'm not stacking the deck. This is not an antagonistic relationship. This is a storytelling relationship.
Okay. All right. So I sitting there hearing nothing.
No, you hear the droning of the engines. You hear the whipping of the web.
Glume is watching the other way up the corridor, and Grace is working on the door?
Yep, she's working on the door again, which she opens very quickly. And it pops open.
All right, let's all get in.
All right, so you guys all pile in again, uncomfortably, but more cautiously this time because you were right on top of each other.
Okay.
How far in are we?
Oh, yeah, we're approaching an hour.
Okay, cool. So you pop inside to what is more like the other size closet, but what you have is just a perimeter shelf around the outside of it.
Okay, nothing in the
middle.
Just nothing in the middle.
Yep.
All on shelves. So I start to scan the shelves with flashlight.
All right, so you scan the shelves and you see a lot of boxes with a lot of warning. You're not really sure what it is. It's like
I open the boxes.
All right. Inside you see it looks to be like a cylinder with a cap on the top of it and a stick and like wicks. You see like all kinds of weird like things with fuses, balls with fuses. You just see a lot of
I pull one out.
Okay.
And I show it to Glume. What is this?
He goes, well, that looks like you pull one of the round ones out with a big fuse sticking out the top of it. It's easily as big as your hand with a fuse sticking out the top of it. Like it's majorly, right. He's like, that looks like a giant explosive of some kind.
All right. Finally. I start shoving them in my backpack.
All right. So you're really, the size of them, you're really only able to shove about 4 of them in there.
Okay. So I don't want to fill my backpack completely. I'll shove 2 of them in my backpack. The 2 biggest ones I could find, I guess.
So shove the 2 biggest.
For now, yeah. I'm just going to shove the 2 biggest ones in my backpack.
You shove two of the biggest ones you can find in your backpack.
Yeah, I'm taking these.
Okay.
What are these, Glume? What are these things? These wicks? These strings coming out of the top?
This says sparkly fun exploder.
Yeah, but what's this thing on the? That's what it says on.
That's what it says on the side.
On the side of it, I can.
I don't
sort of read that, but
it says fun though.
But you said it was an explosive. Well, it's a fun explosive.
It's got a wick, like an explosive.
Yeah. What do I do with this? Do I light it or something?
I don't know. It says fun. Grace? I mean, all explosives are pretty fun.
Grace, do you know what this is? What do you do with this thing that's sticking out of it?
Well, I think there's something that throws this further away. This looks like some kind of pyro. I think they used to call it a pyrotechnic.
Okay, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Well, it's like an explosion for fun.
Okay, but how do I activate it?
Well, you put fire against that.
Does anyone have fire? Does anyone have a lighter or a match?
We have igniters. Yeah, we could.
You have igniters?
Yeah.
Who's got igniters here?
They both raise their hand.
Okay, good. I will hold the fun explosives, and you guys just if we need igniters, you guys have them, right?
Should we take fun explosives too?
If you have room in your sack, sure.
All right. So everybody grabs a couple of the fun explosives. Grace grabs like 6 of the sticks that are pretty thick. They're about 1 inch in diameter, and shoves them in her backpack.
And this is, we had gone through all the boxes and we picked all the big ones.
That
was all that was in there.
You picked some of the bigger stuff. Yeah.
That was it.
It was all those types of things, and it actually wasn't that much of those types of things, but it was a lot of those types of things. These big balls and cylindrical things and rocket-looking things, essentially.
Okay. Okay. So let's hit the big door.
All right. So you guys slip back out again, and you roll up to the big door, and you do your normal routine. You cover the back. Actually, you're at the point now.
Well, so Glume and I on either side. I guess
you guys are here, and she's here, and this is a double sliding door. It slides from the middle, and she is trying to crack it. All right, she's working.
She's working.
But it's taking a while. And you can hear the.
So, Glume, so far this has been disappointing. I mean, you think those boards, what were those, computer boards or something?
Yeah, I mean, we could have got some good pieces in there. We'll have to see. When we get out of this place, it's hard to tell. It's dark down here. I just want to get. I want to get out of here. I'm not really.
How long do you know how long we've been down here?
We've been down here for a good 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, because I know there's a bunch of noise going on upstairs.
Yeah. We got to get out of this place as soon as we can.
Yeah.
And we also have to figure out how we're going to shut that down. If we're going to come back here again, we need to shut that down.
Grace, how you doing over there?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Okay. Is it open?
No, not yet. I need a few more minutes.
Okay. Can we help? Is there anything we can do to help?
All right.
Oh, there you go. That was a good roll.
The door slides open. And the noise from inside starts to get louder.
Okay.
This sound of this generator. And immediately you notice a very large item here in the wall that most of that noise is coming from.
Okay. I scan the room with my flashlight.
Okay. You see various pieces of very large machinery in here. And back here, there's another couple of doors on the back side of this place. They're all making, various banging, and some of them are like, this one is like actually literally popping and smoking. It looks like it's not in great shape. The biggest generator is over here. And then there's 2 other devices over here that are,
Grace, you know what these things are?
Not all of them, but I know the big one is the one that's giving us the power. So let's try not to do anything to that.
Okay. Well, let's try not to do anything that's connected to it either.
Yeah.
Okay. What about these other 2 big things?
I'm not 100% sure.
All right. Well,
schematics don't cover everything, so.
Yeah, but I mean, just based on your tech knowledge, I've never seen these before?
Not 100% sure what these things are doing. So.
What type of noise are they making? Does it sound like an engine? Does it sound like or is it
more like engines and motor type sounds?
All right. I can just keep looking around the room to see if I see anything else. I see these 2 doors. Are there any shelves? Are there anything on the floor? Okay. I shine up at the ceiling to see if there's any spiders.
On this side of the it's very, very heavily webbed on this side.
Okay.
And actually back in this corner.
On the 2 corners of the room, the far corners, the one on the left, one on the right, are heavily webbed.
Yep.
More so than the webbing we've seen so far?
Yes. You can actually see very consolidated areas on it, like you're not even sure what they could be, but it's very clumpy, yeah.
Okay.
And as you guys kind of step in and the door slides closed behind you, you can hear the motion detector go.
Okay. And I shine my thing up at the ceiling. I don't see any. What do I see? Do I see any vents? I'm looking for vents. I'm looking for.
Well, above you,
ingress and egress.
This is a giant vent above this large machine that she described was the primary generator for the site, for this part of the site.
Okay.
So you can see that clearly has a path somehow up.
Okay.
And then this item in the back has something very similar. You can see that it goes up to the ceiling. This one goes up and through the back wall. This one just has a lot of cables connected to various things.
All right. I'm now you said the side where there's doors.
Yes.
Do I see those doors through that webbing, or
you can see the shape of the doors of the webbing? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, this just looks like generators and stuff. This looks like a power room or something. There's doors over there. Maybe we should check that out.
Yeah, Grace says, yeah, that far door goes to a storeroom that has a lot of parts for the generators and a lot of these other compressors and other type items in this space. I think that's our mountain of gold right back there.
All right. Well, let's. I still have my vibroblade out. I've been walking around my. Well, no, yes, I do. I have my vibroblade and my flashlight. So I inch towards this clumpy webbing slowly.
Okay.
Looking around it and seeing if I see, as I get closer, if I see anything additional. Okay. Now that I'm closer to it, and
so you
concentrating on it.
You stepped over this way or over this way?
Towards those doors.
These doors.
So yeah.
All right. So you step there. That's Grace. That's what we're going to put. Actually, we'll put Glume back there. And give me a spot check.
16.
All right. So as you're walking over this way, you start to hear something above you, and you realize that this room goes up about another 6 feet. It's pretty big and open over the top of you, and you can hear something skittering down towards you from above you.
Okay. So I shine my light up above me.
All right. Above you, you see 8 spiders starting to descend on threads at you.
Okay. I cut into the webbing quickly.
All right. With the webbing over here?
I want to see if I want to see if I can get to the door before these spiders make their way down.
All right. So you make a huge cut, and you get about halfway to this piece of machinery. Make another.
There's machinery my way?
Well, this piece of machinery is in the way. You were trying to get over this way.
Okay.
You're about halfway to that. And you also notice another 4 spiders over here.
Does anybody else see these spiders?
Yes, for Glume. Grace is kind of like, I don't know, she's taking in all the tech. So she's like,
okay.
Well, yeah. Oh.
All right. Guys, spiders, like a bunch of them.
Yeah, and you can hear it on her.
Right.
On her motion detector.
Okay. I don't know how far away then. Do I have another move?
You can make one more move before we have to roll initiative.
Okay, I make one more cut through the webbing.
All right, so you're right about here. You're a few feet in front of the door. Grace is in front of this thing looking at it. Glume is over here. He moved.
Have they reacted since I said, guys, spiders?
Glume is looking up at the spiders above you. He's probably concerned because there's a large number of them. You are now in the corner with the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she is looking at this machine that's smoking. Like she actually looks like she wants to pull something off of it.
Okay.
So let's roll initiative. Are you going to say anything to her to alert her, or is she?
But I don't understand. Does she hear the boop 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 of her own?
Well, I guess she would. You're right. She would. So she's on her guard, and she has her staffs.
And I said, guys, spiders too.
Fair point. Even if she's in love with the tech, she's not going to be that in love with the tech. So let's roll initiative for the total of 12 spiders.
19.
She rolls a 9 with a +1. All right. So you are a, what do you say? 19?
Mm-hmm.
Grace is a 10. Glume is +5, so he's a 17. All right, spiders now. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a lot of damn spiders. This guy's a 12. This guy's a 13. This guy's a 1. This guy's 11. Yeah, it's no fun. There's a 13. This guy's a 2. Hopefully you guys kill these guys quickly. 12. 16. 13. 18. And 11. All right, so you're first, and then there's one spider that's going to go. I'm going to have to go down the line, but you're first, so pick a spider to attack.
Do I have to engage in combat right now?
You could take your initiative to...
I want to run into that corridor.
All right, so you want to run into the closet.
The corridor.
Oh.
The closet is the... Well, no, the closet I'm assuming is locked like all the other doors
here.
have been.
You want to run back to here?
Away from those 4 spiders.
Okay.
And into the corridor.
That'll be your move. That'll be your whole round.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have time to check the door to see if it's... That'd be 2 moves, like me going and reaching and seeing if the door opens versus running. I mean, real world, I would grab the doorknob, doesn't go, I would run.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm allowed to do that.
You can try to grab the doorknob and see if it opens.
That would be my only move, though?
And you could run half the way to this doorway if you did that.
Okay. So, all right, I'll try. That seems fair.
Okay.
All right, so let me just quickly jostle the doorknob before I run.
All right, you grab the doorknob, and of course it doesn't open.
It doesn't fucking run.
So you turn and you run about halfway.
I'm running halfway.
About to there.
Can I be yelling at Glume at this point? Can I be yelling at all of them?
Sure, you can be yelling the whole time.
Guys, follow me.
Get the fuck out of here. All right. Glume is going to back up and take a couple of shots and try to take a couple of these. Well, it's actually maybe not Glume's turn because he rolled a 17. So one spider is going to go first. He's going to attack. Let me see. These would have been one of the 4. So he's going to try to shoot a web at you as you are running away. And he rolls a 12. What's your defense?
My defense
with a +4, he gets a 16.
I have a 19.
All right, so he shoots a web at you.
I have a 13 with a +6.
And he misses you. It hits the side of this machine and then drifts to the ground, and he's done. So 18. Okay, so now Glume will take his shot, and he will shoot at 2 of the ones above him, which would have been these 8.
So he's not going to follow me.
Well, he's going to back towards you. And
he's behind. He's like, I'm almost running towards his direction.
Here, so
I've barely reached him yet.
He's going to be here, and he's going to take 2 shots as he backs towards you at 2 different spiders. He rolls a 14 with a +6, so that's a 20. And their DC is DC 11, so he hits the 1. And he hits the second one, so... And he kills 2 of them. So I'm going to roll a 1d8 to determine which 2 it is, just so we're fair. So this guy is gone. And number 3 is gone. Okay. So that is the initiative of 17. 16, one of the spiders...
Oh, so he took 2 of them out?
Yep.
With what?
With his rifle.
But what did he roll to get him out? Like, what was the damage on them?
Well, he rolled a 11 and a 9 damage, so he was able to kill them both.
Okay.
So that's 17. So we do 16. There's one that has a 16. He would be above. I'm going to assume he would attack Glume. He's probably closest to Glume. Actually, I'll do totally fair. We'll do a D4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's actually going to attack Grace.
We're so by the book. It's awesome.
5, and he leaps at her and tries to sink his fangs into her and misses ridiculously.
Ridiculously.
16. Okay, so now the next one would be...
What did Grace roll initiative-wise?
10.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so there's two...
She's just staring at this box.
There's 2 13s. The first 13, I'm going to go... It would either attack... Well, it could attack either one of the 3 of you, so... Okay, he's going to attack Glume. He rolls and he misses. Another 13. Oops, sorry. He attacks Glume and he misses. And there's a 12 and a 13 here, too. Attacks Glume and he misses. Attacks Grace.
Choose, how are you even doing this? You're just like double-handing dice right now.
Hits her. Well, I'm trying to... This is a lot of freaking spiders. This one hits Grace with a web. And that works.
You gotta see the sheet. It's covered in spiders and numbers.
So he shoots a web and wraps around one of Grace's hands. This spider here, number 2.
Her hands?
Yeah, around one of her wrists.
One of her wrists, okay. Oh, it has her like lassoed, so to speak?
It's got her tied up.
Oh, shit.
So now we're at 10. So there's a spider. Actually, there's 11. Number 11 gets to go now.
Oh, boy.
He rolls 19. A 19, and he would be one of the original 8. He's attacking you, and he hits you with a 19. He jumps down on top of you and bites you.
All
right. He does 1d. Okay.
All these dice.
1d4 damage plus poison.
Poison, yay.
He does 4 points of damage to you. Well, you have a 19, so he hits you with a plus 4, right? So it's 22. And then he does 4 points of damage, and I need you to make a fortitude save.
15.
All right. So you
Do I add strength or anything to it? Or constitution?
You have a fortitude save, so wherever that is.
Oh, 3. 18.
So 18. So that's fine. You make your save. You can feel him inject you with something, and you can feel it start to course through your body.
But I will it out of me.
But it doesn't overtake.
I clench my butt cheeks together.
So your constitution is so strong that you fight it off.
Okay. But he does damage to me regardless, right?
He does 4 points of damage.
4 points. So I was at -9, so I'm at -13.
All right. So that covers this guy. And now it's Grace's turn. And she's going to take 2 attacks against the guy that's on top of her and the next guy closest to her, if it's at all possible. She rolls a 15 and she hits, and she rolls a 9. That is close. She hits on both.
Okay.
All right. So she hits one. The electrical sparks just make that one. It just literally explode. The second one has to make a fortitude save. He doesn't, so he's kind of stunned. So she kills this one. Number 2 is now dead. And the other one would be number 4, who is stunned and has 3 hit points left. Okay. Now we're down to this last one, number 2. And he's going to attack. It actually would either be her or Glume, because he's one of the other 4. So
we need video. We need video.
I know. He's attacking Grace, and he rolls an 18, and he tries to bite her with his fangs, and does successfully. And he does 2 points of damage to Grace. I'm just going to keep track of that up here. And she needs to make a fortitude save.
Fortitude save. Poisonous. How many? Wait, 1, 2. How many? 12 poisonous spiders? How many?
12. Yeah.
12 poisonous spiders. When this is all done, you have to then draw for me where everybody is because I don't even know where everybody is anymore.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty messy. All right, so he hits her, injects her with the poison, but she's okay.
She does the fortune save?
She's okay.
All right, so she's all right. I'm the worst for wear out of everybody.
Are you, though? What are you down to? Minus 13?
I have 10 hit points left.
Okay. So we go all the way back around to you. We've managed to kill 3 of the 12 spiders.
Okay. I was running towards that thing when I got hit. Has anybody moved at all? Is anyone following me into that corridor?
Glume back towards the door. He backed towards you. So you guys are literally like about a foot or 2 apart now.
I want to leave these spiders in this room.
Okay.
I'm trying to exit this room, and I'm trying to get them to follow me.
Okay. So how would you go about that?
I just want to keep yelling for them to follow me, like just follow me out, and just run out of the room.
Okay. Follow me out. So you close the distance to the door, and you're in the doorway at this point, and Glume is able to back towards you, even before your initiative. Grace, you see her reaching inside this machine and trying to pull something out of it.
This bitch.
Wow. Well, all right, so now it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Am I at the doorway yet, or am
you're
I just
standing in?
I'm standing in the doorway.
You're standing in the doorway.
Okay. I pull out my charge pistol and take a shot at the spider nearest Grace while yelling at her, "Get out!"
Okay. So go ahead and roll.
Oh yeah.
DC 11.
19.
All right. So you hit one of them. Roll 2d8. Oh yeah, he explodes. So got a couple of options here. Roll d8. We'll just see. It's hard to keep track of which one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you pop this one.
I think I'm being overly complicated right now, but anyway.
No, it's fine. I mean, I think you're reacting how anybody would react if there was a giant
12 spiders in a room. I went out of the room.
And you're trapped underground. There's no way out. So I think you're reacting accordingly. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's kind of paranoia.
Except for her, she seems to be entranced by something in this fucking thing that was smoking.
So Glume is going. Well, there's one spider that's going to attack here, who's on this side. So I'm assuming is going to try to shoot Grace too. She's also webbed as well. So let's.
She's webbed.
Yeah, she got webbed
to a spider.
The spider grabbed a hold of one of her hands, and she reached down to try to pull something out, and he's pulling on her.
Oh, okay.
This other one attacks her.
That's the one I shot, isn't it?
Yes, you're right. So she's not webbed anymore. You're right. So, but then this other one jumps down and tries to bite her and misses pathetically. Okay. That's this guy, and Glume gets 2 shots. So he's actually going to shoot that guy who's attacking her. That's obviously the biggest threat, and then somebody else. So he hits him, and then he hits another one, and that one's gone.
Getting good rolls here.
And then another 9. So this guy is gone. So
we're down to how many spiders?
Well, you're down to 1. This one's stunned for. I forgot to check how many rounds. For only 1 round. So he's coming out. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more spiders.
Okay.
But as you're saying that, and you see her pull something out of the machine, and the machine goes, it just starts making very unhappy noises. She pulls it out, and it's just unhappy.
Okay.
And now she's starting to back quicker towards the doorway with this thing in her hand that's still like glowing.
It's glowing.
Yeah. And a lot of banging going on over here. And then you hear her motion detector going whoop, 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 whoop. Like there's more things coming this way, and there's more things coming this way.
Do I see and hear them, or did we just see them?
You can hear something clattering against the wall. Like you hear things coming down this tube. You hear things coming out of this tube. Okay. You hear things coming down this tube. Like
okay. All right. Whose move is it?
Well, Grace moves. We got a couple of spiders here. She can take a swing too. She hits one of them. She hits this one and does another point of damage. So now he's got 2 of 4 points of damage. So, and though he's going to make a save. She doesn't make. So he's actually stunned for 4 turns this time.
Okay. So we have 2 stunned spiders.
Yeah. Well, 1 stunned spider, and
he's coming out. 2, 3. He's coming out the next. 5. One's coming out next round. Okay. Yep. All right. Anybody left?
Yeah. Got a couple more that can attack you. We're going to see if they can hit. That one misses. That one hits. That one misses. That one hits. So 2 hits.
Who's he going after? Grace? Grace is the only one like near in the room.
Yeah,
almost.
There's a lot of them shooting webs at Grace, and 2 of them hit her with webs. So, yeah. So she's got...
The 2 of them have hold of her? When you say hit them with webs...
So she turned and started running, and 2 of them went... And they like grabbed her like by the hip of her, clothes, and the other one is on her shoulder, and then she's like, oh my God.
So now they're pulling on it.
Yeah. Glume has backed, that's will be next round. So you guys, that's where you guys are. This is you. This is Glume. Actually, this is.
So she's like halfway through to the door.
Yep.
But she's being pulled back because of these webs.
She's being held. Yeah.
Okay. Is it my turn yet?
We're gonna go back around. It's your turn again.
Okay. So I can't take 2 swings, can I? I want to take a slash at these webs with my vibro blade to free her.
Well, you could try to take a penalty and take a shot and a slash at the same time if you want to.
A shot? What do you mean?
Well, you have your gun in one hand, your sword in the other hand, right?
So I can't these webs aren't like lined up with this one on a shoulder, one on a hip, where I could just go straight down and just try and go through both.
It's opposite.
They're on opposite sides.
Because there's one of them was from over here and one of them was from above.
So I can only swing at one of them.
One or the other, yeah.
All right, I'll swing at the one on the left side to free her.
Okay, make a...
Oh, wait. I take my charge pistol out. Can I do that?
Sure.
And shoot at one of the guys that's got a hold of her?
Sure, if you want.
Okay. I'm going to try that.
You can do anything you want.
Oh, it fell over. Okay, 7.
7, what's your... So you missed. Yeah, it's 11. All right. So luckily, Glume killed the one that had an 18, so it's his turn. He's going to take 2 shots, and he's going to try to shoot each of the guys that has got a hold of her. He rolls a 2. What's his plus? I don't think it's that good. Yeah, he needs to get to 11. His range plus is a 6, so that's an 8, so that's a miss. But he hits with the second one and kills that spider. So that one is dead. So she's only being held by one thing.
One thing.
She's going to turn and attack the spider that leaped. Well, hold on. We got a couple things here. We got this guy at 12 goes first. He's going to jump down and try to attack her, and he misses. So then now there's 2 that are in close proximity of her trying to engage her in melee combat.
One of them is stunned, though, for 4 rounds.
This one is stunned, yeah.
Oh, that guy's stunned.
This one is down.
Oh, my God.
And then she's going to...
There's freaking spiders everywhere.
I know. They are everywhere. And you can hear more coming.
There's more coming.
Yeah, even more frightening. It's not that they're super powerful. It's just that in numbers, this is probably not a good situation to be in.
Right, yeah.
So she attacks the one that isn't stunned with the stick, and she rolls a 6. What's her plus? Her plus is +2. So that's 8. That's not enough. And she rolls her second stick. Actually, she doesn't have a second stick. So she rolled 1 stick and missed.
I think that's why her hand's being held.
But she's holding something else, too, on the other hand. So now we got a couple other guys attacking. 2 is a miss, and a 6 is a miss. And we go back around to you.
I take a swipe at the other web that's holding her in place.
Okay.
With my vibro blade.
All right. Swing.
16.
So you slice that web very easily, and she's free now. And
no, what am I saying? 18.
That's fine. And is moving. She's basically can run to the doorway along kind of with you. So you slice it, and the 2 of you move towards the doorway and are standing in the doorway. Glume is backing away, and he takes his 2 shots, which is a 19 and a 17, and he hits twice. Kills one and kills the other one. Just basically impales the shit out of him.
Okay.
That guy and that guy.
So there's only 2 left, but there's more coming into the room.
You can hear more coming down.
Okay.
And as the 3 of you stand in the doorway, there's 1 stunned. There's 2 more that are skittering across the ground at you guys, and you can just hear 1,000 tiny legs coming down.
I mean, have we, being that we were running,
Yep.
Is there any escape in combat?
No. So the problem is if you attack, if you commit everything to escaping, yes, it's a lot quicker. But if you're moving and fighting at the same time, you're going to do things at about 25% of what you would normally do.
Right. So we're in the doorway, but and these 2 things are coming at us.
Yep. You're in the door, and you can hear many, many other things coming at you.
Okay.
You and Grace crest the door. Glume is backing you guys up, and as he crests the door, he takes 2 more shots at the last 2 and hits.
He's been good with this rifle, man.
And kills the last 2. You also hear a clang as the rifle is empty. Yeah. And there's 1 more that's coming over here that's starting to pull himself back together.
He's still stunned for 1 more round.
And as you guys crest the door, what you see coming in from those tubes that go up is just a million of these things starting to come down to the room. I mean, maybe not a million, but like a lot.
Grace, close the door.
All right, she closes the door. Well, she starts to plug her wires in, and you could just see them skittering across the floor. I mean, there's probably easily like maybe 20 of them. Big, mean-looking things starting to skid across the door. And she's going to try to close the door with her wiring skill. Okay.
Thank God.
Okay.
That's a good roll.
All right. So she starts to close the door, and these things are literally getting jammed into the door as it tries to close.
Squash a couple.
And it's squashed, but it's not quite closing because the height of this thing is so strong, and you can see more of them starting to grab a hold of it.
Are we engaged in combat at this point?
You're still engaged in combat.
So what initiative is there? They're all dead, right? The ones that had initiative. One guy's stunned, and these are all new people.
There's one more guy alive, and he's the guy that got crushed in the door as the rest of them started to climb onto it, and they're gripping their claws onto it.
So we don't have to worry about initiative anymore. Could I just start, pull out my charge pistol and start popping shots into this crack of the door to let the door close?
You could do that, yeah, sure.
All right, so I'm gonna do that. Can I take 2 shots? I don't know how many shots I could take. I didn't say charge.
You can take 2 shots if you take a -2.
I'll just take 1. Is there one in particular that's jamming?
Well, you can see one that you can shoot for sure. So I mean, you can pick one out, but there's a bunch of them that are trying to claw their way through.
I take out my vibroblade.
Okay.
And I turn that fucker on.
Okay.
And I want to slice down the whole door jamb.
Okay.
And whatever's in its fucking way, so be it.
All right, make a roll. Let me see what you get.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Right, roll that again. Do not roll a 1, please.
Fuck. Sorry, excuse me.
Okay, it's fine.
I fucking hate role playing.
All right. So,
well, wait a minute. That 1 that I rolled, isn't it plus?
Yeah,
5?
but a 1 is a 1, and
there's a 6.
The 1 is always an opportunity for a critical failure. So something bad happens no matter what the pluses are on a 1. Okay. You didn't roll a critical failure, which would have been literally like you would have cut the cables that Grace was trying to use to close the door,
and then we were just running.
Yeah, that's what I would have done.
All right, so that's 15.
But you do bump her and cause her some grief while you're trying to do this thing. You avoid slicing her. But I
don't hit anything.
Your blade goes. There's like sparks as you hit the wall and everything.
Completely.
And you can see the door starting to struggle, like smoke and everything else.
It's not like that was my move.
Yeah. So
maybe Glume does something.
Glume, you can hear him behind you.
I always wanted to be a fucking badass sword wielding motherfucker. I have a bunch of lame duck spiders in a door jam, and I turn on a vibro blade.
Yeah, but dude,
and all I have to do is slice it down and just take a big cut.
If you would
after 9 years of being trained by a freaking guru in a slave camp with a freaking blade by my enemy, like a Conan destroyer blade, and I fucking almost take the person's head off next to me.
Well, here's what I'll say. You know what? It's easy. In a training situation, everything looks great.
Yeah, and then
in a real combat situation, shit happens.
Blood is pumping, and you become.
It's and you're inexperienced, right? You're inexperienced. So when you're more experienced, it becomes.
And anyway,
more
it's just frustrating.
So behind you, you hear Glume fumbling around with something, and you hear. And he's like, "Grace, hurry!" And he throws something into the room. And you see something with a spark coming off of it go into the door jam as she closes the door. Did he use some
fun explosives? Well, that was my plan.
Well, I thought you were going to do it sooner.
But they were like jamming the door. I wanted to light one and then open the door and throw it in.
Okay. Well, shit, I stole your fun.
Yes, you did. No, but I'm glad it was one of us at least.
So she manages to close the door, and all of a sudden from inside all you hear is, the door closes for a minute and you guys are sitting in silence. You can hear their clattering against the door, and you hear and you can feel concussion against the door. I mean, it's a severe explosion, whatever's going on inside of the room. Right. You can hear
those things go off.
Boom, 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 boom. And then you hear
hundreds of feet in the air.
The machinery starts to go boom. And the lights start going.
Oh, fuck. The generator? Oh,
and they start to blink and flicker as whatever the concussions are going off are starting to affect, obviously, the power structure of this place.
I thought the fireworks were strong enough to kill spiders, but not destroy machinery. But
well, you would have to think about it like if it were Great Adventure and it was like their fireworks, but like in 2050, what kind of fireworks would they be shooting off in 2050? Like you would think they would be
That's true. The fire extinguisher did say 2030 something, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like what?
That's like 12 years from now. What are they blowing up?
Yeah. So you start to see the lights blinking, and you're hearing that the generators. It's like kind of winding down or something.
So we have to run for the door.
Okay.
We have to run up the stairs. Guys, we have to get out of here before the power dies.
All right. So you guys all start running for the stairwell as the lights are blinking and flickering, and you can still hear the whole. I mean, it's a ridiculous amount of time that you can still hear the fireworks going off down the hallway. Bah, boom, boom, boom,
just from that one,
boom, boom, and
that
you
one
can
thing
see flashes of light in the hallway underneath the door. Like you can, it's bah, boom, 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 and you guys hit the stairwell and you start to run up, and the lights are blinking more and more, like starting to get dimmer and dimmer. As you reach the top, there's still power, and you can still hear the low drumming, but you can hear the blade starting to wind down.
We got to be full sprint right now, going up these steps.
All right, everybody make just a dex roll to make sure that nobody trips.
Oh, I freaking hate you, man.
Come on, you're running up the stairs in the dark. There's webs. There's explosions. Glume is good.
What am I supposed to add to that?
Grace is good. Whatever your dex is to it. Yeah. 18. Okay. So everybody makes it up the steps, and nobody trips and falls, and you get to the top, and she plugs in, and she's trying to, at a minus, open the door. All right.
Why is she at a minus?
Well, because the
she's
power
rushing, and
everybody's rushing,
everything's
power's flickering. She has a... What is it? Disabled device with a +3, and so she gets a +6, and I rolled a 7. All right, so the door's starting to slide open, but it keeps stopping every time that the lights blink, and the lights are blinking more and more and more.
We can't squeeze through this space?
Well, right now, there's not enough space yet for a person to squeeze through. In like one more round, there will be enough space for you guys to squeeze through.
I grab it and try to use my brute strength.
All right, give me a strength roll.
14.
All right, so you pull the door open just an inch more, and it's just enough room for her to slip through. She slips through, reaches her hands, grabs your hand, and pulls you through. She's still got in one hand this item that's still glowing, and she grabs your hand and pulls you through the other door. Glume jumps through after you guys, and the door kind of stops, and it's kind of cockeyed. It falls almost like it's fallen off the hinge a little bit.
Okay.
Like cracked open, but the lights, you can hear the noises all stopped and everything is done. There's no more noise. The park is silent again.
Fuck. That was our... Then we were supposed to get in there, and now we blew up the generator. So we can't get into the room.
She's like, well, the door is open.
Sort of. It's open enough for us to get through.
You can get through. You can get back in.
Maybe we should stop here.
I mean, this might be a good place to stop. Where are we at? 1 hour and
40 minutes.
I think that's almost a good place to stop. Yeah.
Oh wow! Well, we got some stuff.
No, well, I think you got down and you got back out, and
we did get out.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you're alive. Everybody's alive.
We're alive,
relatively unscathed.
I mean, I'm messed up.
Crispy spiders.
All right. I guess that's it, folks. Got to tune in again in 2 weeks. Sorry again for the delay. I had the withering sickness. And then, I don't know what else went down.
It was, There
was like a lot of stuff that went down. So we were just, so I apologize. We apologize for missing that week, but we are back on schedule. We're going to work on trying to get some shows in the can. So that way, in case anything else ever comes up, which stuff always comes up, because that's the way life works, we could have some stuff to throw up. So, doomsdaydoopydoo at gmail.com. Of course, are the websites doomsdaydoopydoo.com. Also, if you want to support the show in some way, there's a little Amazon thing on the website. You can click on it and it doesn't cost you anything. You can tell a friend or leave a review.
Or help us out, because we have no idea what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah, or
there's a rule or something.
Or help us out, RPG-wise. Give me some pointers, because I'm totally screwing this up. You can find us on Twitter as well. And that's it. A lot of fun. That was a good round. I enjoyed the freaking spiders and the motion fucking detector. Was really some creepy stuff. So I guess until next time, folks. We'll see you in 2 weeks, RPG, and next week the regular show.
Yep, we'll see you in the future.
In the future. Bye-bye.
The future.